It's a bit like a state visit. Playing the right national anthem and raising the appropriate flags, Hamburg hails its special guests, like this giant container ship from Panama. Only the really big ones get this kind of welcome. Are the big ones always something special?
Yes. You wouldn't think that things built of so much steel can actually float. It's amazing when such a big ship comes in.
And for the curious onlookers on the riverbank, workers at the welcome point have plenty of facts and figures at their fingertips.
The ship displaces 131,771 gross tons and has a load capacity of 131,346 tons. The ship is 363.6 meters long, 45.6 meters wide, and has a maximum draft of 15 meters.
They're the couriers of the globalization era, laden with thousands of containers crammed with goods, mostly from Asia. And they're a clear sign of the economic upswing. So they're a welcome sight for the port authority chief, even if sometimes a headache. The port of Hamburg is located near the heart of the city. Many areas aren't deep enough to handle the latest generation of container ships. So it's the job of Jens Meyer to change that. Today he's on the water checking on his territory under somewhat choppy conditions.
It's a constant challenge that we have to keep dealing with through the nautical office, determining when which ship can go out and which ship can come in so that they don't meet inside the main channel. The channel is only 90 meters wide, and the big ships have beams of up to 51 meters. They simply can't pass each other.
So it's a kind of bottleneck on the Elbe.
Yes, the river really is a bottleneck. And with the channel adjustment, we have to make sure that the converging traffic is further optimized.
Channel adjustment. That means dredging out the river and widening the channel at a cost of millions of euros, as well as building new wharfs to accommodate the big ships.
Here you can see the new quay walls being built. That there is an old one. That's where the old ships dock. And there at the back are the spaces for the really big ships. The walls are being built in front of the old docks to withstand the pressure from the cranes in the ships and are reinforced.
Hamburg doesn't want to lose its customers, the big shipping companies, to the competition, for example, to Rotterdam or Antwerp. The city wants to benefit as the global economy recovers. One man who understands container shipping is Ian Karan. Born in Sri Lanka, he worked for decades in maritime logistics. As the new man in charge of Hamburg's port and economic affairs, he's making the city's port his top priority.
We have a huge backlog of investment, and I've got some worries as a result.
What kind of worries?
Just money. We have everything else, the know-how, the people, the planners. It's all perfectly in place. But I fear that on our own, we in Hamburg won't manage it all. We perform a national function here. We're not just a port for Hamburg, but for all of Germany. And so I think that investing in the future of the port of Hamburg should be a national matter.
The port authority chief also wants to keep pace with the competition. At least once a week, he tours the facilities to make sure that all construction sites are making progress. One of the biggest and most important projects is a new drawbridge over the port. When finished, it's supposed to be the biggest of its kind in Europe. And now, the first of its concrete pillars is being poured. Once operational, it will replace an old bridge that dates from 1934. Meyer and his team believe the new traffic infrastructure will finally put an end to the chaos that often reigns in this part of the harbour.
This bridge is susceptible to damage. It took a direct hit in World War II, so parts were bent that still get stuck. The problem is when you have peak volume on the roads and rails, and there's a mishap with the bridge, you get absolute chaos, which is why it's essential that we build a new bridge.
The old lift bridge will then be dismantled, and the big boats will sail easily through its replacement. Just one of the many investments changing the face of the Port of Hamburg.